What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's HumbleZeus here, bringing you another video. And in today's video, talking about what is it like being a small YouTuber? What do I like about it? What do I dislike about it? And kind of my thoughts on it overall, especially being compared to larger YouTubers. And I think it'd be kind of fun to do this because I got a question from someone who's not really my friend. He just happened to find out that I had a channel. He's like, what is it like? And I'm like, it's actually a really long list. Would you like me to, write it down? He's like, no. You know what? And I thought about it. I was like, okay, let me make a video then. He's like, fine, I'll watch that. I'm like, thank you, because I didn't know how else I was going to explain it at the time. That was a really hard question for me, because it's a really long kind of process. It's like a weird, like, kind of mix of things that you like, dislike. And I didn't feel like I could do it all properly in that one moment in time, because I'd probably miss something that I thought was really important at the time, and then I'll be like, oh my god, wait a minute, there's this. So I thought it'd be funnier and more, fun and practical for me to make a video and kind of explain my thoughts on being a small YouTuber, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And I know a lot of you guys are also small YouTubers, people who are interested in YouTube or might just want to know what it's like to be a YouTuber. So for you guys, feel free to, leave your questions, your experiences, or any, kind of thing you want to say about it in the comment section down below, because I love hearing your comments and seeing what you have to say about it. That being said, let's just jump right into the commentary. So starting off with the first thing I have to say about being a small YouTuber is, it's not easy. I'm not saying that it's hard. I'm not saying like, I'm comparing myself to a brain surgeon or a lawyer or an engineer or anything, but it's definitely not an easy thing, and that's because there's a lot of steps you have to take to making good quality content. Now, depending on, what you do, it could take more or less time. Gaming videos, they're not, the hardest thing to make. It's more the editing that kind of goes into them doing the audio edits and the visual edits. So, like Game Grumps, they put text on the screen sometimes, or they do funny little kind of throwing things in. So, it depends on what you want to do with your editing. But for gaming YouTubers, it's more the editing that takes the most amount of time. But I know for pranking, that could probably be double the length of time, because you need to get the prank set up. You need to find a victim willing to not punch you in the face to, to suffer the prank. You have to get all the materials together, record it, edit it, to, because however long you have to do the setup for. Beauty videos could probably take long too, because you have to apply the makeup and show it. Like, there's a whole list of things that different YouTubers have to do. And it's not necessarily an easy job or process. It's just more of a thing where you do it because it's your hobby, you find it fun, and you're willing to put that time commitment. It's kind of like sports. If you like sports, you're going to put in that effort to become an athlete. If you don't like sports, or you don't like, playing, then you're not going to put in the effort, because it's not worth the amount of time, sweat, and energy that it takes to be a good athlete. So it really depends on what kind of YouTuber you are, where you want to go with YouTube. If you do it as like a side hobby, you have no intention of ever really doing anything with YouTube, then you might put in less work than someone who says, I want to be a big YouTuber in the future, who might try to put a lot of more effort into their video, because that's kind of their goal. So being a YouTuber is not necessarily hard, but it's not necessarily an easy job either. It really, again, depends on who you are and what you do. That being said, things that I like about being a YouTuber, or a small YouTuber anyway, is I like that kind of freedom that it grants me. I can do a lot of things with what I like. Say I want to play a game. I don't really have to worry about like my audience's reaction to it, because a small YouTuber, my audience is narrowed down to people who are more willing to tolerate what I do. People can be very finicky, people can be like, I like this and this alone, and if you play anything else or you do anything else, I'm not gonna watch you anymore. And it's unfortunate that is the case, but when you have a smaller audience, people tend to be more willing to stick by you and your decisions. So I have a bit more freedom to play what I want, as opposed to if I had made it to maybe like 100k subs and said I'm gonna redo the entire channel and everything's gonna be different, I probably would have lost a lot of people, because people would have been like, I only came to you for this one thing, and now you're no longer doing this one thing, so goodbye. So I like that freedom that I get, and it's definitely one of my favorite things about being a small YouTuber. On the flip side, I really don't like how, I can like, say I want to do a game. Let's say Witcher 3 just came out. Say I want to do Witcher, 3 when it came out, and then I was like, I'll be one of the first people to post it. Someone else, a bigger YouTuber, can get the game before me, like a month before me, and put like the first 3 missions up and get all the views for that. And I'm just like, why you gotta do that? And then when YouTube goes to categorize it, it's gonna put that video up the top of the search engine, and then my video on the 99th page of the search engine, which is bullshit, I think, because it's totally unfair, even if I have more tags and everything. But I understand why that happens. I understand that, you can get like copies from developers, some people who've worked with developers before. Like, say you do a lot of EA work, they're more likely to send you shit, so I can't really complain about it. I understand it. And, I do like watching some of those early content videos, so I guess I can't complain too much, but I wish I could get that. There's also other things I don't like about it, like, I can't do certain things. I can't, I can't do a charity live stream. I can't do massive giveaways. I can't get my own t-shirt, because I'm not big enough to do it, and I don't even know what I'd put on a t-shirt. Like, what would I say on a t-shirt? I don't have any quotes. I don't have any really cool quotes. Note to self, write quotes. funny quotes like, you know, Jesus fuck Christ or something. That's a quote already, I think. I don't know. Whatever, I'll figure out some kind of quote to put on a t-shirt at some point in the future. But I can't do a lot of things I would love to do because my size isn't, you know, conclusive or conducive to what I want to do. The thing I think a lot of small YouTubers suffer from is that they can't do what it is they want to do simply because it's not practical for them to do it. They could run a charity live stream, but who's going to donate? You know, who's really going to donate to a YouTuber with 25 subs? You know, they might make awesome content, but they just don't have the viewership or the numbers to kind of support their goals or their ideas or what they want to do. So that's something I don't like about being a small YouTuber. It's just kind of a thing that we have to deal with. Moving into it, what else do I not like about YouTube? I don't like how YouTube treats us sometimes. YouTube treats us like shit sometimes. Honestly, like, you can't get in contact with YouTube if you're a small YouTuber. So say you have a problem, say someone's stealing your videos. The only thing you can do is report them. You can't actually go and message YouTube and alert them specifically to this problem. You can't do that. You have to basically sit there, wait for it to happen. There's no real way, there's no number or email to contact them. There's no kind of help desk. You're kind of left on your own handling YouTube. And I think that's absolute nonsense because, you know, I understand it because, like, there's millions and millions of people uploading content every second, but at the same time I don't like it because for those people who really are trying to get their problem solved very quickly before they spiral out of control, there's no good way of doing it, so you could in theory get fucked by YouTube's inability to help you. It's just like, oh damn, oh well. And I don't like how YouTube takes that attitude. It's just like, well, you know, we're trying our best with everybody, but it's just not happening. I don't like that. Another thing I don't like about being a small YouTuber is content generally doesn't appear in the sub box. I don't like, if you've seen this, and a lot of people complain about this before, and even some big YouTubers complain about this, but for small YouTube it really hits harder because people will eventually go look at the big channel and be like, okay, I haven't seen a Jacksepticeye video in a while, let me go look, and they'll find it. Small YouTuber, people are easily going to forget about you, and because your content is not being shown because of the way YouTube decides that's how content should be shown, it really hurts your channel when people are not seeing your content. So people who are subscribed to you who want to watch your content are not actually seeing it, and then you have that whole subscriber burn thing, which makes it horrible because if people aren't watching your content, YouTube stops showing it to them, and the only reason they're not watching your content is because like YouTube's not showing it to them. Then you're gonna be stuck with inactive subscribers, and it makes YouTube feel awful. It makes it feel like it's pointless, and it's overall not a fun experience. And I don't think a lot of people can testify that it's a fun thing. I have never heard anyone say, "Oh yeah, I love how YouTube is not showing my videos to my subscribers." Like, no, we want that. That's kind of the point of making videos. We want it to be seen by people. We want subscribers to know what's happening on the channel. You can't just go and not show them that, but that's what YouTube does. So YouTube kind of fights with small YouTubers a lot, even big YouTubers it fights with, but a lot of times it's just a pain in the butt, like algorithms change and YouTubers are kind of like, how do I handle this new algorithm? It's like, it's absolute nonsense. What else? Now I want to move into more positive. I don't want to stand the negative anymore. What else do I like about YouTube? I like the interaction. I think it's fun, you know, when you get even a small audience, it's always fun to be able to interact with them, see what they're doing, see what they're interested in, and hearing their feedback is always amazing. That's why I ask you guys for feedback in every video. I'm like, what do you guys want to know? What do you guys have to say about it? It's always fun to see that kind of interaction with you guys. Obviously, you know, I can't get it all the time. I can't, you know, talk with you guys whenever I want to because there are time constraints and, you know, I can't get to everybody at the same time. But when I can get to chat with you guys, when I can sit in the comment section and talk with you on social media or something, I love doing that. It's fun. It's amazing. And I don't think I would give that up for anything. It's like, it's just a fun thing to do. But at the same time, I understand as the channel gets bigger, that happens less because there are more people to talk with. And it's just like, it's not a fun thing to ignore people who want to talk with you. It really isn't. Like, if you want to talk with me and I can't talk with you because I'm talking to 7 other people at the same time, I get that that's a piss thing to do. It's like, I don't want to ignore you, I just simply can't get to you right now. It's a pain in the ass. And I mean, big YouTubers suffer from this more than small YouTubers, but realistically, when you think about it, 5K is still a small YouTuber, and if they get comments a lot, they might have that same issue. They might have trouble responding to everyone who's trying to talk with them, and that can be a discouragement to people. They're like, I want to talk with you, but you never answer me. It's like, I want to answer you, but damn, I'm trying to talk to everybody. I'm sorry. Give me a chance. So it is a thing where it's hard to get to everybody. It's hard to talk with everybody. But it's also extremely rewarding talking to the few people that you can talk with. And I wouldn't give that up for anything. I think that's one of the major things I love about YouTube, so I couldn't give that up. It's too much fun. So I would never give that up. It's a thing that I love to do, and I hope to do in the future more and more often as the channel gets bigger and bigger. So that's kind of my things about it. Like, outside of things that, you know, basic things like seeing my subscriber number go up, there's not a lot I can say more that I like. I mean, I love meeting new people. I've met a lot of really cool people doing YouTube. Dawn Whisper, Magic Shots, It's Kingdom, Rich King, so many people. It's just met a lot of people doing YouTube. It's a lot of fun to, you know, meet these other YouTubers and just chat with them, see what they're doing, see how they're doing things. That's one of the biggest things I like, and not necessarily, you know, making videos, but seeing other people's content comparing it. You know, I would love to work with a lot of those people. So doing collaborations is something that I think small YouTubers really enjoy doing. Getting to know people more and more and more. It's just a fun overall thing to do, and I wouldn't give that up. Like I said, it's one of those things that I really enjoy, one of those things that I find personally very fun. And you can see me on Twitter talking with people all the time. Like, no matter what I'm doing on Twitter, I'm probably talking with another YouTuber or someone who is very, you know, similar to me in size, something, chatting, DMing people. It's just a fun little thing to do. And I mean, you get to meet so many awesome people. So I would list that as like the #1 thing I do, meeting other people, meeting other YouTubers. I met people across the world now. I'm trying to meet people everywhere in the world. I want to meet one person from like Japan, or have I met someone from, I think I met someone from Japan, I'm not sure. But I want to meet someone from like all across like the world. Like, I gotta go meet someone in Belgium, someone in like Switzerland, someone in like, I gotta meet people everywhere. It's just fun. And I hope to do that more in the future. So that's kind of my list of things that I like, things that like my experiences being a YouTuber. I would definitely prefer being a bigger YouTuber, but being a small YouTuber isn't that bad. I wouldn't complain about it. I encourage you guys to leave your own opinions on it. What do you guys like about being a small YouTuber? What do you dislike about being a small YouTuber? And let me know that down below in the comment section. So feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. It's just, you know, a fun thing to do if you want to keep up with all my content in the future. And without further ado, I'll leave you with this last little bit of Destiny gameplay. So I'll see you guys in another video. Zeus out.
House judgment honors you, champion. You have won. You fought. You won. Your treasure